All right, good. Cheng Mun Che Tsamba Dang Gyajin Soki Lu Changme Balang Kyang. In our past lives, we have been those powerful deities many times. They're not Buddhas, they are just powerful temporary people. They use planets like marbles, they play marbles with planets. Okay? They're big, strong, okay? Liu Chang Mepa, you and I have been that many, many times. But there wasn't any meaning to it. We just died and that was the end of that. Lar Yang Narme Sok Dong Yang, then we went to the lowest hells many times after that. Yang Chanso Sukepa, and we were born as very poor people, look at it, working for rich people. Okay. Kap Kap Sir Nimalan Dawa, Dawa Larkete, Luki Uki, Lingshi Sawa Chekyang. We were born as sun and moon, and we illuminated the whole planet with our bodies. Dene Shipute, and then we died in that life. Ling Parki Munak Kete, and we were born in the darkness between worlds. Rangi Lapa Kyang Kum Tsangyam Mitomarsung, and we couldn't see our own hand, our own arm being bent and opened. Narla Mi Longche Kyang. There's no wealth you can see in this world that you haven't had in the past. Okay, this is where is Nick? Nick's going to pick up his lady. Anyway, this is Gyu Adam used as can be rather than cause. So maybe that'd be useful. Sergyu. Mepatabu, Kayang Lonchu, Nyongyang, Yiten Mete. But all the possessions we've ever collected in any of our lifetimes were unstable. There's a joke in the monastery. Some monk gets like a new tanka or something. That's the most expensive thing you can get in the monastery, is a new painting of somebody. And then the Lama will come and you'll say, please do a blessing of my new tanka. And they'll do a blessing of the new tanka. And then they'll say, you realize this tanka is going to go looking for a new owner later on. So things are going around looking for new owners. Okay, the stuff you own will go looking for a new owner. Okay, lonely. Okay. Ting. Ting means to put down a cushion, like when you put your meditation cushion down, it's called ting. And monk and nuns' cloth is called ndingwa. Ndingwa, different pronunciation, but same idea. Ndingwa. Den, as their den, which means seat, which is asana in Sanskrit. Okay, den means asana. The word for yoga posture is meditation seat. Okay. What's the old name for Bodh Gaya? Yeah, Vajrasana, seat of the diamond. Okay. Palam, Dorje Palam is the scriptural word for a diamond. So we don't just say Dorje, we say Palam. Okay. So you have the seats you used to use in your past life were made of pure diamond. Okay, Palam Ting. Kambayang Rinpoche, Bashigle Duba, and your houses were carved out of single emeralds or single rubies. The whole house. Okay. Shigle Dupa, Len Mangbar Lon Chukyang, you have used those things countless times. Tata kom den sogle mindupa dishinyina. But now you're stuck with these little barley cushions. Okay. The word in Tibetan is komden, which means made out of animal hide. Okay, which is actually a Buddhist meditator to use. Gyajin du Kekyang, you have been born as Gyajin means chakra. It's like Indra or Brahma, powerful, like very similar to Iron Man or Thor, okay? Genlang Ar, okay? Or Genlang Sen. Genlang Sen come yet? I'm waiting. When it comes, you invite me to China. This is... The actor got hurt? Impossible. He's permanent. Okay. This is Rambo, Chinese Rambo. Okay. Then we have been so powerful we could destroy a planet. And then we have been so poor we couldn't get some water. Okay? We have been that. Mapen. And it didn't help us all that time. Okay? Shenyang tori puminuma kebala rekpe dewa yuring yone lar nyawar takchid shepe chungkorki rekpa shindu mise tenselo. I believe this is again Nagarjuna. Tori puminuma kebala. We have lived in the higher deity realms, worldly realms. And we have played with the divine boys and girls there. Very beautiful. We touched all their bodies, you know, breasts and waist, he says. And we spent many thousands of years there. Then again, Lar, we came back. Nyawar Takcha, we reached the hell realms. They cut us, they tore us into pieces. We were demolished by the machines there. There are some terrible machines there. So after touching the bodies of these beautiful divine men and women, and then after the next life, our bodies were torn apart in the hell realms. Rekpa Chintu Mise Tensalo, and we had to experience this other kind of touch. The touch of a hell guard, okay. So in the past we have been born in these deity realms and we have played with the beautiful young men and women there. Then we died, we moved. And we were born into the hell realms. Leken Jigrunwe. Leken means the hell workers, like construction workers, like the road builders. Jigsurunwe, Takorte. Then they surrounded us and tortured us. Dingyanyongwa. Sai Chimeki Duzi La Cheche Kyang. Then the Chime means what? You guys know Adam? Yeah, amarta, okay? A deathless nectar. The word is dutsi in Tibetan, or chime. Deathless nectar, but not quite deathless, okay? So we have tasted the nectar of the temporary gods. Che che kyang, over and over again. And then we died. And we were forced to drink molten iron in the hell realms. After that, okay? Then Western people don't believe in any of this, and then they go there and they're like, oh, that was all for real. So don't be stupid, okay? I mean, people saw the hell realms, people have gone there, and don't be naive. People say, oh, you're naive, you're a Buddhist person or you're a Catholic person, you believe in hell, right? And they try to tell you you're foolish or you're... But after you die, you will see who was foolish and who wasn't foolish, okay? All right? And it's coming. We have been king of the whole world. Bangmi kimbungta mambodang gyalsi. We have ruled over hundreds of thousands of people serving us. Okay, gyalsi na dun sogla wangir we had power over the 7 different kinds of kingdoms. Tata de kap ki langje, pento pep kangyang tung yume. And we can't show any useful result of that, okay? We can't show that we brought anything from those experiences. I mean, people, Scott and I, somebody drove us around in their Rolls Royce, right? And they were insistent that it was next year's Rolls Royce, not this year's Rolls Royce. You know, and we're like, wow, okay. And they let us use it for a day, and you know, some special kind of Rolls Royce. And I don't know, what does it cost, Scott? I don't know. He knows these things. Phantom Mark. So call it $500,000 they paid for their car, okay? Now, today, if you ask me and Scott, what do you have to show from that? You're like, I don't know, I have a memory, that's about it, you know. There's no thing to show that helped you, okay? Or anybody else. Tungyume means you can't show it. It didn't help you or anybody else. There's nothing to show for it. It's just a waste of money, okay? And as I said before, using those things is a little bit dangerous because you get used to an Audi. Okay? Then you start wanting an Audi. I don't want an Audi, okay? I'm telling you now, I will sell it and give the money to Michael Dunn, so just forget it. Peldu. And to get those things, almost always, to make something, to get things that are more expensive than normal people have, there's almost always some bad karma going on. You are not paying your taxes, or you're hurting people in your business, or there's always, frequently, there's something going on. If you make a lot more money than other people, there's oftentimes something you're doing which is not completely honest, or something's going on, okay? Then you do have that to show. That you keep. You can't keep the Rolls Royce, but you keep the karma you did to make the Rolls Royce, okay? Got it? Sakne, ngendor drowe nyimik detarya. And that will take you to the lower realms after you die. Dagi Kyamgun Lama Rinpoche Shane. So my own Lama used to say, which is, I forget his name, he wrote the Georgia. Champa Gyatso? Okay. He has another name. Anyway, you can look on the front of the 3 treasures prayer book. Ngar Lama Shik Dakar Shenchiki Shelchem Shubar. There was my Lama, who's Pabonko Rinpoche's Lama, he used to say, before there was a certain Lama who was Da, this is the Da in Nyang Len Dawan, Nyang De, which means to pass beyond. But with Lamas, it's a polite word for die. He was about to pass on. And Shen, so you might want to put that in your dictionary. Shen Shiki, Shelchem. Somebody asked him for a Shelchem, which is the same as a Kachem, which we had this morning, but that was a long time ago. Final words, right? It can mean will and testament, okay? It can mean final words. Somebody's dying and you say, give me some wisdom, okay? They're dying and you say, give me some wisdom. He said, this circle is meaningless. They said, what? This circle is meaningless. And then he started saying it over and over like a mantra, like 100 times. And then he died. So that's all. Kyar means to repeat. There are stories like this everywhere. Pyeongjo longju samba jitsan top kyan dengun nang shin nei ningbo kanyam menjung. Us too, in our life, we go through many experiences. Maybe we get honored for different things, or we get money for different things, or we can do a headstand with no hands. Okay, things like that. But then later there's nothing to show for it. Okay, you get old and you can't do any of those things, and there's no evidence that you ever had those things. Okay. Chung ngarang cha khorgyu ki gyapa ke kap ki lam chik pu la ang rinchen di jorpa thamje ki rintang michapa. In the past life, when you and I ruled entire planets, the price of a single shoe that we wore could not be bought with all the money in this world. Okay. So we have worn those shoes that were more valuable than all the money in this world, but it didn't help us. We have nothing to show. There's no result. We just wore it and then we died and there's nothing to show. Okay. It doesn't matter whether you are a very wealthy person or you are a broke person. When you get to the bardo, when you die and go to the bardo, sangen minjungwa, da, nyam, you're all equal. Everybody's equal. Once you get to the bardo, people who are very powerful in this life, or people who had nothing in this, homeless people, when they hit the bardo, it's the same. The bardo is often called chang. What's that? Bardo Changdul is called the Tibetan Book of the Dead. Okay, it's not the word is not Book of the Dead. The word is the journey of the journey along the frightening narrow path of the bardo. Okay, the very narrow. It's like driving an old Diamond Mountain road. You can fall either way quite a ways, you see. So oftentimes the bardo is called narrow, like a narrow alleyway. It's frightening. It's very, what do you call it? Claustrophobic, okay? And when we get to that narrow place, we're all the same, okay? There's no rich or poor. And we're all going there. Then, there was a Kadampa Lama named Chengawa. He said, Jo Tamba Toma Mepane Chinde Lushi Langbala Tare Shindu Tejanyoe Bunga She Sumbashin Subgursu. Cho Tamba Toma Mepane Chinde Lushi Lambala Tare Shindu Tejangichu Manyoa Bunga. He addressed Atisha. He said to Atisha, for a time with no beginning, I have taken on many, many different kinds of bodies. But I never had a chance like this. In all those lifetimes, I never had a chance like this to practice Mahayana. To practice, when I think of Mahayana nowadays, I think of DCI, It's kind of weird, right? Really try a serious attempt to help the whole world, okay? That's Mahayana, okay? He says, I never had a Mahayana opportunity before. She Sumbashin Subgusnu. So we have to be careful. Sub means careful, that we don't lose this chance, okay? You have a chance now to do something for the whole world, so do it, okay? Don't try to do it with outer methods. Don't try to do it with outer causes, right? Save the world here, okay? Save the world in here, okay? Got it? You change this one, the world will change, okay? So you actually have the power to change the world. It's not by traveling to more countries, or that's a result of the seeds maybe, but you do it here, right? You change here, and then that changes the whole planet, okay? And then you'll go to many countries, okay? Next problem of this life. Shipa yang yang nin sam jowe nyepa ni. We have to take birth again and again. Okay. One of the problems is you have to keep dying, and you have to keep taking off old bodies like you take off your clothes at night, right? But there's another problem is you have to keep being reborn. You have to be a kid again and again and again. Okay. You have to get the pimples, teenager pimples that the girls don't like, again and again. Okay. You forgot. That was the major part of my life at that time. Yang Yang Nin Samjo in Yapani. Shittingly, he quotes again Nagarjuna. Mai tukta gyashu sigu tsam riru dankyang se lang migyon. If you gyashu means juniper tree like we have in Arizona. Okay, those are called gyashu. Tsigu means those little balls. What do you call them? Juniper berries. So sometimes in Tibet they use little balls to count things. Like if you don't know arithmetic, you make little balls out of dirt and then you take out 5 and you put back 6 and then you see how many are there. It's like a calculator. Okay, little dirt ball calculator. Okay, so if you tried to make one little dirt ball for each of the mothers you have had in your lives, you would run out of planet before you reached enough. Okay, if you'd made a little ball like this big from the dirt out here for each mother you've had in your past lives, you would use up all the planet before you reach how many mothers you had. Okay, got it? Nyangen Sawalek Yang. There's also a sutra called trying to how do you call it? Remove someone's grief. Someone was having grief. The sutra is called what do you call it? Yeah, like healing another person's grief. Okay. Yangdang yangdu nyawana shenshin kulwa kang tungba gyatsu nangi chulayang de setsam yomayan. If you put in one place all the mouthfuls of melted iron and steel that you have drunk in the hell realms, it would be bigger than the Pacific Ocean. Okay. In your lives, okay? Okay. Okay. That's also a letter that someone wrote to a king. It may be Nagarjuna, I don't know. She sumbatar ngunche nyawa kene sangshun kulma tungwang gyatsa champichule mangzam tung singkyang. We have already drunk mouthfuls of melted iron in the hell realms, which would more than fill up the Pacific Ocean. Dadung korwe gyun chu tupa shigma chungna. And if we're not able to practice Dharma in this life, we will have to drink more than that in our future lives. Kidam Paktu Kyurpana, same text. Kidam Paktu Kyurpana Mitsangwani Kongsupa, Ri Gyalpa Lumbayi Seleshin de Labagya. Then in poor countries like India, where I've lived there for many years at a time, dogs and pigs in India, they eat poo-poo, okay? They just walk around looking for poo-poo to eat, because there's nothing else, there's no other food. So they eat human poo-poo, and that's all they're looking for. Those of you who went to Varanasi, they're still doing that. Okay, Stanley was there. He was kind of shocked. First, an elephant passed him on the highway. He's like, look. And then Then to see in the modern times, streets full of dogs eating poo-poo and people sitting and poo-pooing on the street is sort of shocking. So anyway, you and I have been those dogs and pigs countless times. We have eaten enough poo-poo to make Mount Everest and more. Okay, if you put all that poo-poo together, it would be higher than Mount Everest. Okay, that we've eaten as pigs and dogs. Okay. Che ngun che kita pakti kyope mitsang sepa yang rirabla che tsam shik sanyong ya. And not only that, there's more than that ahead of us. You see what I mean? We're not even to halfway. You see what I mean? Unless you practice hard, you have more poo-poo to eat than that. Okay. Chinche kyang korwe chita chema tubna, dene kyang laksam sagapa. And if you're not able to shut the cycle down in this life, you won't have another good chance for many, many lifetimes. Okay? You have to do it now. What you have to do it now. Or you will eat more. Okay? Zashe rap to Jawa yi korwe nesu kang ngupa miki chime tikpa yi nudu gyasang rumayin. The tears you have shed crying over your mother, your husband, your children who died in your past life, okay? The tears you have shed for the people you love the most would also fill more than the Pacific Ocean, okay? You have cried tears over the people, close people you love, and lost more than the Pacific Ocean. And it will be more now, okay? If we don't do something with this life. So there would, in the past, it's been more tears than the Pacific Ocean. And if we're not able to shut down samsara with our current practice at this beautiful retreat center, for example, which is the best place to practice, in my opinion, you've got more tears ahead of you than you had in the past. Pensin Dr. Tsupe Chir Go Chepa Kayimpa Pungna Teta Tawani Sambe Chikte Mekyang Tel. So in past lives we have fought many times with other people, and in those lifetimes we have lost our head. People cut our heads off. The number of heads you have had cut off is higher than Mount Everest. If you put them in a pile, the heads you've lost your head, if they were put in a pile, it would be higher than Mount Everest. If we pile up all the heads, here's the verb from pungbo, okay? Pung, which means to heap the heads. Pung all those heads, rirab kyang leto, higher than Mount Everest. Chine kyang krowe kyegendi chima tu chin ngamawe. It is without doubt that the heads you will lose in the future are going to be more than that if you don't do something now, okay? When you have a chance. It's kind of depressing. I'm going to keep going, okay? Afternoon's a good time to be depressed. You're just sort of half aware. Okay. Simbi gyurchin rabte pe salo sepa kayimba ome gyatso chen nang tu deyi gangna shintigang. All the dirt and all the cow poo-poo in the dirt as fertilizer that you have eaten in your lifetimes as a worm, okay, in your lifetimes as a worm, would also fill the ocean, Pacific Ocean. De kang na shindukeng, and overflow. Okay. Here it's called Ocean of Milk because there was an ancient legend that the ocean was made by people churning it like milk. Okay. Shepata rangchak damzak isimba kiete misang salu. So that the lifetimes that you and I have spent in like filthy dirt as a worm, you could empty out the ocean and put all of that muck into the ocean. Mishong, it would overflow, it wouldn't fit. Sutsam Sursinla, we've already eaten that much. Dadung Korole Matana Dewe Mangsam Sagapa. And what we have to look forward to is eating more than that. Okay. Last verse, then we'll take a. Will we take a pee-pee break? Let me see. I know, but we gotta do the idioms. Yeah, okay, I'm about to give you a pee-pee break. Okay. Dudubki. Nagarjuna also said, Rere gyatso shipe, shiwe sakwayi, oma tungde dadung soso yi gewe jesu dangwe korwa we, dewe chamang ni chik dung tsalo. This cell, by the way, means in the future you will have to. It doesn't mean to prostrate, okay? Okay, Adam? So, Rere gyatso shile sakwayi. So you have drunk more milk from mother's breasts than would also fit in all the oceans of this world. Okay. If you have a Diamond Mountain outhouse, you get to see how much poop you can create in a week. It's kind of amazing. I'm like, I think someone's sneaking in here and pooping. That can't have come out of me. Then I'm like, wow, it really did. It's easy to see how I could reach Mount Everest. Okay. So then we will, if we don't see emptiness directly, now he states it, if you don't work to see emptiness directly by doing your lion's dance frequently until the next retreat in Guadalajara. I think Gina, where? She said she's going to cook enchiladas for everybody who comes to Guadalajara. I will die to eat those. I've eaten more enchiladas than Mount Everest, but I would still like to have more. Okay, you will drink a lot more mother's milk than that in the future. Okay. He talks about the 4 oceans. If you're really interested in it, you can ask Stanley because it's in the 3rd chapter of the Abhidharma Kosha, line 204. You okay? Can I go 10 more minutes? Then take a break? Okay. Let's finish this one. This is the 4th problem of samsara, which was what? You have to keep taking birth or whatever. Now he goes he kind of takes it to a new place, okay? She patar ngonche korwa dirlu yang yang langte, mai nu sho gyatso chembo shiwe. You have drunk more mother's milk from your mom. In Tibetan, what's sho? Means yogurt, right? But mother's milk is called breast yogurt, nu sho, okay? Nu me sho. We had ngale nu earlier today. Huh? Drink from my breath, right? The king's name. Ngale nu. Okay. Shogyaso chambo shiwe saktsam tung sin ching. We have drunk more mother's milk than the great oceans of the earth. Dadun korwe kewa dok tupa shik ma chungna. If we're not able to stop samsara while we have this chance. By the way, retreat really is one of the best things you can do to stop samsara. Okay, we don't talk about it much in DCI, but it really is one of the most powerful things you can do. You should be using Diamond Mountain, okay? How many different countries we saw this morning? I was kind of shocked, you know. I didn't think that you guys come from so many different countries, but it would be nice get 5 or 10 people together from Germany or from Russia or from Mexico or from Argentina and bring them here and work hard for 7 days or 10 days, okay? Like, it's a vacation, Dharma vacation. But you're gonna need this kind of thing to get out of samsara, okay? Mountain to get out of samsara. I will give $1,000 each to each of the other projects today, okay? And that just about cleans me out, okay? But you need this place, okay? If you don't want to go through this again, okay? Use it. It's great that you're here, but not to use it for the whole year is kind of duh. Okay, it's here. They're waiting for you, right? Michael's dying to cook for you guys. Okay, I mean buy groceries. Okay. 다른 거를 도시 맞추. 델레체 마와시 퉁고. ngar kebo chu kap sambatar chiwa tengre dangen san du kebo len relang dunya danchi pateta yuna. Earlier in this Lam Rim, when we discussed the motivation for people of lesser capacity, who are just trying to get into a better rebirth, right? That's their goal for studying Dharma. We talked about the suffering and the fear that they go through in the lower realms. Okay, one birth in the lower realms. Now multiply it, he says. Now multiply it. It's certain that you will do countless lives up and down like that. It's certain. There's no question. If you don't reach your goal, if you don't see emptiness in this lifetime, there's no question that you will go up and down again. So what, we don't have to mention how much fear that is to do it countless times. Okay? Then nowadays, people like you and me, we see a scorpion in our room and we freak out. I've seen people running around Diamond Mountain. I saw a scorpion. Have you? I mean, yeah, they're scary. I find them scary. I agree. They're called Dikparanya. Okay. No. So don't kill them because it might be you next time. Okay, take care of them, put them outside, okay? And then he says, if it would be, boom, here's again the verb, yeah, it would be a disaster if you were born into the scorpion's body once. But if you had to continue to take scorpion births, enough to make Mount Everest, okay, which is what it is, that's where you're headed. And it's not possibly, it's certainly. You will take that and every other kind of birth millions and billions of times before you get a chance like this again. Okay, you're crazy not to use Diamond Mountain now. Okay, and you're not getting younger. Okay, don't wait till next year. Okay, you don't know. People die out of order. Like, my old lady has outlived a couple of my friends even this year, right? My 94-year-old old lady, she's pretty healthy right now. Some friends are dead who were here last year. Okay, okay. Chamanu say, if we can't shut samsara down now, I will have to take birth as a scorpion millions of times, billions of times, okay? All right? In the future. So now you get to take birth in the bathrooms. And thank you. Let's show the idioms 37. By the way, you're going to get a whole set of idioms for Kamalashila too. If you want to be a Kamalashila teaching master. Okay? I think there's 68. Okay, you ready? 37. We're going to go through the 9 levels of meditation. This is the stages of meditation chart with the elephants and the monkeys, okay? So what we're doing now is a review of our Lam Rim teaching. We're going to do a 2-year review so that you can teach it well, okay? And to start with, there are about 60 pictures you have to memorize, okay? So if I show you this picture, you're going to say, the first level of meditation is only occasionally you come to the object, okay? Mostly you are thinking about other things. This girl is thinking about 3 things. She got a message, she's checking her lipstick, and she's driving. Okay, the driving is the meditation, okay? And so 2/3 of her time is on the message and the lipstick. 1/3 is on the driving, okay? So this is called meditation level 1. And I believe if you really check on a bad day, you never get past 1. Me too, okay? On a bad day. You don't even need to talk about level 2. Your mind is more off the object, much more off the object than on the object, okay? Especially if someone said something bad to you, or you're having some problem with somebody, okay? Okay, meditation level 2, item 38. Continuity means you can stay on the chosen object of meditation for about a minute, and then you get distracted. Still more time off the object than on the object. This is second level of meditation. So if you want, it's useful to have benchmarks to know how far did I get in my meditation. Then you can judge for yourself. You don't need a teacher to tell you. Only you can hear the inside of your mind. So, normally. So, you can tell yourself what your level is, okay? There's 9 levels. Level 2, you can hold the object for about a minute, okay? And in the Lam Rim, why do I have a rosary here? Yeah, good. You can stay on the object for about the time it takes to go through a rosary of short mantras. Not Heruka. Not that, that's like Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Short mantra, 100 times. If you can hold the object for that long without thinking about something else, then you're at meditation level 2. Your progress level 2, okay? Meditation level 2, okay? And Pabonko Rinpoche says it's about the amount of time it takes to do 108 mantras, okay? And that's hard some days, okay? It sounds easy, but it's not. Your mind is worse than a wild elephant or a wild monkey. And that's why the meditation poster has monkeys and elephants on it. Okay, took me a long time to find this photo. I hope you appreciate it. Item number 39. It's called patch-like meditation, okay? Lemba Gyap in Tibetan. And what it means, it's better than it sounds, okay? I remember when I was younger, 100 years ago, I thought it meant much time off the object and patches on the object, but it's the opposite. So what? Yeah, the patch is the time off the object. So the patch is shorter than the time on the object. So you're improving. By level 3, your meditation is improving. And you have long periods on the object, and then you have patches where you're off the object. Okay, but they're shorter than the periods on the object. If you get good at meditation, I think you can actually feel a kind of glue to the object, You feel like your mind as I said before, there's two feelings. One is, I'm on the object. The other is, I'm really enjoying this, being on this object. So, one is to be glued to the object, and the second is to sink into the object in a very enjoyable way, okay? So if you get to the second feeling, where it's just fun, and you're enjoying the experience of meditation, then that's what it means to be on the object. It doesn't mean just contact with the object. It can mean like your finger pressing on something. Like it feels like this when you're on the object. And then when your meditation gets better, you feel like you sink into the object and you feel it's kind of pleasant, okay? Okay, so patch is on or off? Off. Okay, good. That's all you have to remember. Meditation progress level 4. Now you can hold the object, so it's not like the famous example is you're meditating on your lama's face and slowly it turned into a donut. Don't laugh, it happens to me. Okay? It became a donut. Like, that's not possible anymore, okay? By level 4, you're not losing the object anymore. You are glued to the object. No trouble of the lama's face suddenly turning into a maple-covered donut. Now, when I met Goenka, what is it, in 1975, I think, I was there for 10-day teaching, and as I told you at the beginning, he said, don't think of monkeys. And so the whole 10 days, all you can think of is monkeys, So anyway, you got the object. You didn't think about monkeys, okay? You're holding on to the object. And Pabonka says it's like you feel like you're holding a hammer firmly, like it's not going to slip out of your hand. You have a good firm hold on the object. Now we can talk about quality of the meditation. You see what I mean? Now you're meditating. Now we can talk about good meditation or bad meditation. But level 4, you're meditating, okay? You're holding an object mentally, okay? And maybe the first 3 you can't even call it meditation, okay? But you have to be holding an object strongly. Now it's possible to have the 2 problems. You get sleepy or you get busy, okay? Start thinking about many things. Or you get sleepy. Sleepy doesn't refer to feeling sleepy. It refers to the object not bright in your mind, okay? It's a feeling about the object and it's not literally sleepy, okay? If you're sleepy, you probably lost the object a long time ago. Okay? Sleepy mind, dullness means you're not really interested in the object. Okay? Got it? All right, 8M41. Progress level 5. You don't get, obviously, not engaged in the object, not enjoying the object, but there's a danger of subtle dullness. Somebody tell me why this photo is a good one. Well, it looks like meditation, okay? That's the danger, okay? It looks like, it took me about an hour to find this picture. She's on the object. I don't know, her boyfriend said something to her. She's thinking about it, but her eyes, she's not bright on the object. She's not very into it, okay? Subtle dullness, okay? When I hear that people have been forced to meditate for 2 hours or something, I feel certain that they've had subtle dullness for about an hour and 58 minutes. Okay? So keep your meditation short, okay? When you're ready, that's why the lion's dance, Lord Buddha made it with 5 rounds. Do 1 round. I was in meditation yesterday, I could only do half a round. it was getting really bad. I said, I'm going to stop after half a round. Nobody's here. Let's just stop. I said, this is going so bad. Let's just call it off. I'll come back to you in the evening, It was in the afternoon. I was like, this ain't going to work. I stopped it after the fourth. I stopped it after the crystal. I got to the crystal. It was really bad. It was like sugar crystal on a donut or something. Okay, so subtle dullness. Watch out for it. Okay, you didn't lose the object. You are still meditating about your Lama, but you're not having fun. You're not engaged. You're not really interested. It's all very dull, emotionally dull. Okay, it doesn't mean the Lama's face is gray or something like that. Okay, it means emotionally dull. Okay, you don't feel excited or interested in the object. Okay, that's subtle dullness, and usually it's because someone forced you to meditate too long. Okay. All right. Yes. What's the difference between this and idam 30? Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, 30 comes to 42. By the way, some of them will overlap, except 41, right? Okay. So it's a good point. Sometimes they will overlap. You should present, as a teacher, you should present subtle dullness before you teach them the levels of 9 levels. You see what I mean? Because it's something that's dangerous for everybody. It's so common that meditators have subtle dullness that you should teach it. You should warn them early. That's why 30, it came in 30 also. Okay, 31? 30. Okay, 42. Meditation progress level number 6. Danger of subtle agitation due to uplifting the mind too strongly to escape subtle dullness. You noticed that you were losing interest in the object. You weren't surrendering to it. You weren't enjoying it. You weren't really having a good time. You were just holding it there until the inside timer goes off. And then you try to uplift your mind. So a lot of the problems of meditation are by overcorrecting. Okay, the car's going this way, and you pull this way too far. See what I mean? So the corrections get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But it's common when you feel not so interested in the object, you try to excite yourself about something. Think about the. For me, it's always food. I don't know. Think about the churro you're going to have next week or something. And your mind will, what do they call them in Argentina? Churro, same. But should be with dulce de leche. That's my favorite thing in Argentina, except for paz. Okay. So you have to excite your mind. You have to do something to excite your mind, but usually you will go too far. Okay, usually you will go too far. So why the picture? Yeah, sometimes it's called water under the ice. Okay, so you've been trying to get this boy to call you for 6 weeks. Then he calls you at 1 o'clock and he asks you out. Then at 1:30 you try to meditate. And you're an experienced meditator and you're pretty much on the object. But there's this stuff going under the conscious mind, there's water flowing, which is the excitement you have to see this guy on Friday. You see? So it's not conscious. It didn't come into the conscious mind. But there's a restless feeling under the ice, okay? And it can break through at any time. And you will drop down a couple of meditation levels. You see what I mean? So you're holding the object, you're trying really hard to keep the object, but there's this excitement in your mind from something that happened, and It's not gone, it's just out of sight, but it's running in your subconscious mind. And it's when it breaks out, you will drop down to level something else, I don't know. Probably level 4 or something, okay? So it's a restless feeling that's under the subconscious mind, and it's ready to break out anytime. We call it water under the ice, okay? It's much less common than saldanas, because how often does a guy call you? Just kidding. All right. I mean, we don't have it's a nice problem to have, right? Okay. All right. Something that you're excited about. Okay. All right, meditation level 7. All the busy and sleepy minds are rare by this point. Rare means, mayingak means, they're still there sometimes, okay? They're not totally gone yet, but they are rare. They don't come up very often. But it takes some effort to stay there. It's like when you turn your mind off at level 7, and you still have to work to stop the thoughts coming, okay? There's still some effort, okay? Why did I put a guy digging a wimpy little hole? Yeah, compared to antidote number 3 for first meditation problem. Go look it up. What's the idiom? Yeah, construction guy. Check the picture out. He's halfway down. He's up to his waist. Not digging in a little meadow. He's digging on a street. Those are heavy rocks down there. It's worse than Diamond Mountain. You know, all those big rocks, by the way, Michael told me today, I was shocked. They came out from under the road. Those huge boulders. That's what took out all the oil pans of like 46 cars. Me and David Stump drilled holes in them and put this kind of plastic in them that was supposed to expand in the cold weather or something. Didn't work out. Come on, we have to do something. Okay, so a little bit of work to stay there, not like the hard work at antidote number, part 3 of antidote number 1. Good. Depa, Dumba, Tsuwa, Shinjang. Say Depa, Dumba, Sulwa, Shinjang. These are the antidotes to the first problem. Okay, Lelo. You know the Tibetan for the first problem. Right? Lelo means I don't feel like meditating today. Okay, got it? The third one is called hard work. Why do you get Shinjang in the first meditation problem? Shinjang is which picture? Yeah, the lady, this is advanced. She's jumping between, if she's doing lion dance, she's heartbeat, problem, heartbeat to a distance, problem sensation, sugar crystal. She's like ding, 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 ding. She's got Shinjang, okay? So there's normal Shinjang and there's advanced Shinjang. Got it? So some Shinjang will come early in your career, meditation career. You feel good. You can sit well. I do like this, I don't know. If I did good yoga, I feel like really hip. Anyway, you feel good to sit down. It feels good to sit down. I can't sit not cross-legged, usually. It causes trouble at home because we have a small kitchen table. Okay, so that's a Shinjang. But there's a higher Shinjang which comes during shamatha, which we'll talk about later. Okay, so 2 Shinjangs. All right. All right, item 44. Progress level 8. With a slight bit of effort, we can meditate for long periods of time, free of busy and sleepy minds of any kind. It took me a long time to find this illegal photograph from a certain expensive website. I just tried so hard to, maybe you can find me a legal one, you Austrians, and The guy skiing, he's about to start a Olympics downhill race. And you know this first thing they do when the clock goes 3, 2, and then their arms come up like, and they got their sticks ready, right? And then they go, the first one is super. That's level 8. That's enough to meditate for 2-3 hours. So in the first few minutes, you're like, and then ding, you're no effort. But it requires a, what do we call it? Kickoff. Like, you just effort at the beginning and the rest just goes. Huh? Yeah, launch. Like a spaceship launch. Okay, the first few minutes need some effort, and then you should go to the next level. This is also an illegal picture. I spent so long trying to find this, and finally I gave up. I can't believe there's not a single legal good surfing picture. This is Tom Curran in about 1978. That's a wave in Hawaii that would kill any one of us. And he's just like, Okay, so just relax. This is my favorite surfing picture of all time. His hands are relaxed, but his focus is pretty damn good. And he's got his, what do you call it? His Muladhara is really there. No, it's like, anyway, that's a level 9. And the meditation is going perfect, okay? All right? That's how you know you got to level 9. You don't even need the launch, okay? You don't even need, you just sit down and you close your eyes and boom, it's going smooth. Okay? Hard to imagine. Maybe someday. Okay. Let's do it in 46 and then we'll stop, because it's good luck to do 46. This is shamatha. Okay. Sham means peace. It comes from a root, Christina, kusham. Yeah, kusham often comes into English as kava or kawa. So quiet comes from that, calm comes from that directly. Shamatha came directly into English as quiet or calm. So it means stillness. First of all, somebody tell me why there's a reflection there. Huh? Good, yeah. If your mind is still, then you can see emptiness. If the mind is not still, you cannot see emptiness, because it's like a reflection in the mind. If the mind is not still, emptiness cannot appear in the mind. This is very similar to an earlier idiom of vipassana and shamatha, and the image was, a lamp, a butter lamp. And traditionally, when they explain that lamp, what number was that? Number 5, okay. It took me a long time to find a lamp that didn't have any wind. Okay, traditionally they say that shamatha is like a flame on a lamp, okay? If it's blowing, if the wind's blowing it, it's not strong light, but if it's still, it's a strong light. And then if there's a beautiful painting, like if you go to Dunhuang and you want to see those paintings, you have to take a light inside. It's too dark inside, right? In the ancient times, they used to put a mirror outside and send the sunlight into the cave, because they didn't have electricity. But if the light is still, you can see these beautiful paintings on the side of the cave, like Dunhuang paintings. But if the light's not still, you can't see them very clearly. Okay, so number 5 and number 46 are connected. Okay. Now, what does it mean, what we cannot afford not to have? In Tibetan, mitok me. Nice. Keep going. First form level meditation is divided into 2 or 3 parts. One's called preliminary, one called main stage, one called finishing stage. The preliminary stage is called michok main. And it means you need this thing. You can't afford not to put this roof on this cabin today. You gotta do it. It means you gotta have this thing, okay? You cannot afford not to have it, okay? The word for the level of meditation you need to see emptiness directly is you cannot afford not to have it. It's the word in Tibetan and Sanskrit, michok me, okay? You don't have, if you don't have it, you're in trouble, okay? If you want to see emptiness directly, you must get to this level. Which one of the 8 levels of the lion stance are we really talking about? Lion stance. Not the 9 levels of meditation. Not the poster, not the stages of meditation. The first one, the heartbeat. Okay? If you really could stay on the heartbeat, you could see emptiness. You have enough meditation to see emptiness. Forget the other 7. Okay? If you were ready to stay on the heartbeat, michok me, samten domben yerndok means if you had real focus on your heartbeat, you would have enough meditation to see emptiness directly. Which means when we go through the lion stance, we're just pretending to go through those 8, okay? We're not doing the real one. It's similar to the 9th level when you pretend that you are seeing your past life, okay? The first 8 are also pretending, okay? If you could really do heartbeat, you'd have enough meditation to see emptiness directly. You would have shamatha, okay? Yikes. Okay? So the 8 levels were just pretending on the elevator, okay? We don't have the real one. But as those tantrikas know, kirim, if you pretend long enough, it happens. You know, if you dress up like Vajrayogini long enough, you're gonna change into Vajrayogini. Takes a lot of times, but okay. All right? Okay. Item 47. Oh, we're gonna stop there. We're out of time. So we'll continue. How many more classes we got? I'm just trying to judge. We have 3 more classes. We have about, how many more idioms? Okay. Okay, so about four each. Okay.